For all my she's, gays, and theys that have been asking for a makeup tutorial, here it is. Disclaimer, almost every single product is from a drugstore or it's like budget friendly, just so y'all know, and even if it's not, there's like other options. I'll give it to y'all. So let's go. Baddies, so we gotta start off with skincare, and we're gonna use Peach Slices toner, and we're gonna use this big pot of CeraVe moisturizer. I've also had that since the beginning of the year, and it's lasted me this long, just so I know. And also it's great for dry skin, which I have pretty dry skin. Also make sure you have a damp sponge. So I put the toner on and I go ahead and do my eyebrows with this Red Ones wax. I used to use the primer to do my eyebrows because it works. And do not put moisturizer on until you finish your eyebrows. Let me show y'all. So there, I shaped my eyebrow, and it's literally just my natural brow. The gel will eventually go down, so it's okay if they're really high up like this for now. So this is how they look. I'm just gonna fill the end with like literally any color that you want. So these are how the eyebrows look, and you're gonna grab a Q-tip and clean off the gel. These are how the eyebrows look like, and you're just gonna go around the edges and clean off the gel with the Q-tip. If you use the pink grip primer, you can just leave it on like as primer. Now that they're cleaned up, let's put on our moisturizer. Now we're gonna add Milani SPF. Mind you, this primer helped my makeup stay in the Florida heat and humidity, just so y'all know. These are the two primers we're using, the NYX Marshmallow and the pink Putty Grip. So we're gonna put this all over our face. This is how I look after, and mind you, this primer really smells a lot like marshmallows, so if you don't like scented makeup, that's not for you. And if you don't like scented makeup, you can use this one, literally almost the same thing. And then I put the pink Power Grip on my under eyes and only on my eyelids. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I use the Born This Way concealer, but I also use this one, so if you don't have this one, you can swap it out for the e.l.f. It's in shade Cloud, and then this one is the lightest shade they have. So this is how I carved them out. I don't like fully carve them in because this gives like a lighter look, and since my eyebrows are pretty dark, I want them to look lighter. So this is how it should look like, guys. Now for the top one is where I use this e.l.f. one because it is a little bit darker than the Too Faced one. Also, don't worry if you get like concealer on your eyelashes. I literally just put black eyeliner over it and they get clean. And this is how your top one should look like. I literally just outlined the top of my eyebrow. I let it sit for like just a little bit so it can get more coverage, because when it dries a little bit more, it gets more coverage. And then I blend it out with a brush like this. I don't know what type of brush it is. I got it off of Shein though. Literally, this is what No Beauty Filter on. Look how like good that blended. What the heck? I literally blend it in like this, tap it in, and kind of like swipe it this way, like if you're painting. I literally need more powder, but what I do so it doesn't crease, we're gonna go in with the Wet n Wild powder like right now. Literally just going with the powder puff full of powder and just start tapping it literally to your eyelid. This is literally with No Beauty Filter on. It's like not even creasing, like literally at all. And guys, your eye does have creases, but I'm talking about like makeup sitting inside of it. It's not doing that. Hold on, because why is my mirror doing this? Now I'm gonna go in with the Fit Me foundation, matte foundation in the shade 105. Again, I let it dry down, but I'm gonna blend it out with a fluffy brush like this. I literally blend it out like this, kind of like, I don't know if I'm diffusing again, like you're painting. This is looks how after I blended it. No Beauty Filter. I'm gonna add a little bit more right, just like right there, because I do have pretty red cheeks. So yeah. Now I add the Born This Way concealer on my nose. Then for contour, I use my Busted Up Revolution palette. It's literally broke in half, but I've had it for like 3 years, so it's really good. I literally just mix these 3 shades to get my contour shade. This is about the color that you want to get. And make sure to like go over your face with the damp sponge, for like to take off excess foundation and just like to blend stuff in more. And this is how I do the nose contour. With a brush like this, just pick up the contour and place it kind of how you want. I kind of just place mine where my natural like kind of shadow is, and yeah. I also put on my chin and on my forehead. And then from here, I drag up the contour and just kind of tap it into the foundation. And this is how it should look like. And then just blend out your nose contour with the sponge. And then also kind of like do this with like a little brush. And then I add contour right there. And then I use the One Size Attention Secret Cheek Clapper blush. I go in with the cream one and I kind of just tap it in this kind of area, and you can apply like to what you want. I make sure to get like my under eye if you want the like pink kind of look, and add a little to my nose. And now we're going to blend in the concealer, and again, no beauty filters, how it's looking. Since I don't have a color corrector, I just use a Pro Conceal lightening concealer and a darker L'Oreal concealer to color correct my eyes. And of course, I'm gonna blend it out with this concealer brush. Here's no beauty filter. Like, my eyebags are literally gone. I'm gonna mix these three concealers, the same ones I've been using, to make a bright under eye. And this is where I place the concealer with no beauty filter. Look at it, blend it out. I reapply some blush because some of it does come off with the concealer, just so y'all can see how it's looking in the light. Now we're doing a third layer basically, but this is like the final layer of concealer, and it's just a Too Faced and e.l.f. Here's how it looks right now with no beauty filter on. Now we're gonna go in with the Wet n Wild loose powder. I low-key realized I wasn't really showing you guys how to do the things, I was just telling what I was doing, but I literally just go in with the powder, and yeah, it's literally cute. I'll just tap it in, and yeah. And like, look at the difference, no powder and then powder. Look, like no powder, but we can't keep it like that. And for the smaller crevices, I use this Momo's Workshop sponge, and just like put it in there. And then I'm gonna go in with the powder blush from the thing, and then I go in with the Duck NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Flip. I accidentally overlined really bad, but it's okay. And then go in with mascara for your bottom lashes. And then when I take off my powder, I go in with the Fit Me shade 110 pressed powder. And I added white highlighter on my nose and on my cheeks. Here is the final makeup look, y'all. And here is with no beauty filter, y'all. If y'all have like any more questions, literally just comment. I'm gonna try to answer to them. But yeah, guys.